Welcome everybody. It is according to Low Elo. It's time. Tyler, it's time.
It's time. It's time for the interviews we've been talking about. We're excited to bring this episode to you guys. We think it's gonna be awesome. It should be very enjoyable. We're actually joined by three guests today. I'm gonna go around, and what I'd like to do is have you give us your name or the name you prefer to go by. Um, how long you've been playing the game, and what's your favorite champion? It doesn't have to be your main, but your favorite champion. So let's start with Dom, since I got you right here.
Yeah, hey, I'm Dominic. I've been playing the game for many years, since not alpha, but I think I joined in right after Kali and Kennen and Shen got added to the game. So
That's a
been playing
long.
since then.
Wow.
So what, 10 years then, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
My goodness.
it has been 10 years. Holy cow, a decade. Um, but yeah, my favorite champ. I have to go with. This is a terrible choice, but I'll have to go with Shaco. He's just such a disgusting pub stomp champ. A ton of fun to play, especially in low elo. I'll put it that way.
For sure. Cool, man. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, and it's great to be here. And I've known you guys since high school, so
Yeah.
it's
So
good to be able to be on the podcast.
side note, we've known Dom since high school, but
For sure.
no problem with that.
For sure. Well, RJ, how about you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's RJ. This is my first season playing actually.
Wow.
And yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
been yeah, no. But my favorite champion, I mean, a lot of people are gonna hate me for this one, but I really enjoy Viego. I think Viego, I don't think he's balanced in any way, shape, or form, but I think he is so fun to play.
Oh, you're absolutely right with every point.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, welcome. Thanks for hopping in, dude. Let's get Steven introduced, and then we'll go around. We'll ask some more questions.
Hello, I am Steven. Favorite champion is Gragas, and I've been playing since 2014.
Yeah, same time as us.
Yeah, it's
We
about the
also
same
know
same
Steven,
time as
so.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Dean, I don't think you've ever given us your favorite champion on cast.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, right now it's definitely Viego for obvious reasons that were just said. But for a time it was Gangplank. It was a couple of years ago, and God, favorite champion of all time? Or are we talking about? I'm not even paying
Just
attention.
favorite champion. Anything that I mean, if there's some, like, if it's aesthetic or if it's gameplay or whatever. I mean, it's your. If you had to rank champions and you had your absolute number one.
I get okay. It'd be difficult. I'd say aesthetics. Jesus Christ. Probably Vi. I really fucking love Vi. I just feel like Vi's just she's gonna beat the shit out of you, and like that's her. She's literally that's what she does. And then in game, it like translates perfectly to what her kit is, what she does, everything. Aesthetics, definitely Vi. Favorite champion, probably it's definitely probably either Gangplank or, and I hate to say this too, is Mordekaiser. Even though we just got shit on by a Mordekaiser, Mordekaiser is just so fucking sick. So
That's cool.
what about you, Philip? Tyler?
My my favorite champion, I think, of all time is probably Thresh, and it has to do with the aesthetics, and the gameplay. I think he's possibly one of the most versatile champions in this game. He can play like an off tank role. He makes for a great engager, makes for a great disengage with the Flay and the Lantern. He can play almost like an off enchanter. Great champion to build redemption, and some other team building items like a Zeke's and whatnot. So he's got such a variation in his builds that I feel like that champion's always relevant. In every meta, I don't think there's been a time where he's not relevant, but obviously there's times when he's better than others. And then it's just like his evil aesthetic with the lantern and the scythe, I think is so cool. I really enjoy his weapons. I think they're my favorite, and then second favorite weapons are GP's pistol and sword. I think those are also badass too.
Sweet.
But,
all right.
But yeah, Dean and I and Steven all started playing about the same time.
End of
So
season
yeah, it must have
3.
been 2014. Yeah, end of season 3, beginning of season 4, right when Jinx was released, I believe it was.
Jinx and Braum.
Jinx. No, I think Yasuo was released before Braum. It was
I
like right in that
I think
that time frame.
the only champion I know Braum was that year, but I remember Vel'Koz was released there too.
Vel'Koz
I
too,
think was in
yep,
the
yep.
beginning of 2014. Very long.
Yeah, that's
Well,
when we started.
not as long as Dom, but 7 years. So
But just out of curiosity, what made RJ? What made you want to start playing this
yeah,
game?
especially since you just started, there had to been
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what first started having me play this game, so I was hanging out with some buddies, and my buddies obviously they played a bunch. So I would go over there and they would just be like, "Hey, we're playing this tonight." I'm just like, "Okay, I don't know how to play, but I guess we'll just start playing." They're like, "Okay, so you probably have no idea what to do, so you're just gonna play Yumi and you're just gonna sit on me the entire game and just press two buttons." I'm just like, "Okay, that's fine."
How perfect for a new player too. What a stupid champion.
oh,
They're just like, "Yeah, you're just basically gonna AFK, and then I'll just tell you when to go ward."
Yep.
I'm like, okay, cool. And then I did that for a little bit. I'm like, oh, this I don't like support. I'm gonna go play mid. And they're like, mid's the hardest role. I'm like, okay, I'll learn it. And then ended up doing placements right at level 30, which was probably really stupid. But I ended up in Iron 3, I think, which is
Ooh,
pretty low.
yeah.
I mean,
But
if you're a
yeah,
new
so
player, I don't think that's nothing to.
That's not
yeah, no, it
horrible.
wasn't.
We
Yeah, no,
all
it wasn't.
started there. We all started in the gutter.
Well, I didn't.
Yeah, no.
I don't think that was around back in the day.
Yeah, we started
Yeah.
bronze 5 was still a thing.
Right. Yeah.
Outside.
Steven, what about you? What made you decide to start playing this game? And don't tell me it was me, because there has to be another reason than that.
No, it was all your guys' peer pressure.
I think that's
Okay,
right.
yeah, that's
I think
probably
that's
right.
right.
That's probably
That and in general, like I was getting tired of Call of Duty, Counter Strike, everything else, which I'm always tired of Counter Strike. But for some reason it's the same with this game, and I still end up playing.
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
Yeah,
This game
no.
has a lot of reasons to make
both
you
of them
tired
are
of it.
absolutely terrible, and I love them both equally.
Oh, perfect. Dom, what about you?
Yeah. Actually, I would definitely
Oh,
say.
Dom, we lost audio for Dom.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Jesus.
My bad. Yeah, I pushed it
You're good.
on. It's all good.
You're good.
Shit.
Yeah, I back in the day, this was so long ago I can barely remember. But no, it was end of high school I think, and I had a bunch of friends who were playing it, and yep, peer pressure because I didn't really care for the game that much. I was more interested in StarCraft 2. What else was going on? StarCraft 2 was the big one.
Yeah, it was.
And then League was just like, oh, but there was also Heroes in New Earth, which is another like Dota-like game. But yeah, I actually played Dota back in the day in Warcraft 3. That's the origination for me. Warcraft 3 custom games.
Yeah.
So I guess that's not really League, but that's Dota.
Yeah, I mean, MOBAs are all kind of clones out of that, right? They all spawned out of that Warcraft 3 mod.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, do you think? How would you compare? When's the last time you played Dota?
Ooh, it's been a long time. I definitely stuck to League more just because of the simplicity of it. Dota it's graphically it's more complex, but also mechanically there's a lot more going on. Item build wise, there's a lot of complexity there. So League is definitely more accessible. And if you want to play with friends, it's going to be harder to get them to play Dota than it is to get them to play League. I feel like in most cases, it is just more approachable.
Yeah,
for sure. Steven, didn't you try playing Dota once or twice?
I tried playing it too.
You tried to tell me that I needed to play it.
Honestly, I still have it downloaded on my computer, and I do play it from time to time. I am absolutely trash at it. Yeah. But the thing I will admit is the community is more accepting of newer players than League is.
That's fair.
Don't they have like a their quote unquote honor system is like a like if it's like a point scale, I think. Like if you're a very toxic person, you're only gonna play with toxic people. I think like
yes.
placed into a queue, which is pretty sick. I feel
it's fucking genius.
Was I just mentioning in our last game about honor? Steven was like, "Oh, I'm honor 5." I know Tyler got honor 5. There's like no incentive to be honor 5. Like obviously, you get the Twitch and Warwick skin and a chroma. I mean, you shouldn't be wanting to get honor for a reward, but there's just no point. It's very poor, and I feel
I
like
totally agree with that. I really do because um, I mean, aside from Call of Duty, and Call of Duty has a lot of toxic people, but that's for its own reasons. This game has a pretty rough network of players. RJ, when we were talking a few minutes ago, you were saying that you had a buddy in Grandmaster who was dealing with some stuff,
Yeah,
right?
wow. Let's hear it.
He's been hinted by streamers like crazy. Like there have been, I don't know if you know, there have been some professional players that have just absolutely lost it if you make a mistake, and
You
I
can
don't
name
know if they're
drop,
just
name
having a bad
drop.
day.
You
Name
know?
drop?
Yeah,
Okay,
just say it.
no.
Doesn't matter.
I do know one of them, but I don't wanna.
That's
name
fair.
drop.
Okay.
I don't
No,
wanna
that's
name
fair.
drop. But we'll just do. Yeah, there have been some people that have just absolutely lost it, and we'll just hard int or like they'll soften, but they know they're griefing. They'll try and make it look like they're not griefing, but
Of course.
they're
Yeah.
100% griefing.
Why do they do that? Just because they messed up early, or they like screwed up their early
when
game? Or
you're
something?
at I think when you're at like the highest level, at that level, and you are a professional player, you obviously expect your teammates to be at a certain level. And when they're not at that certain level and they're making a mistake and you feel like you have to pick up the slap, it can become very annoying. I'm guessing very quickly.
Also,
And so I'm guessing.
No, go ahead. Sorry, finish your statement.
Yeah, no, I'm just guessing that
I would
they
say
just get annoyed
I've
based on the
seen
level.
a lot are win trading, where obviously if you're in Challenger, there's only 200 people you're probably going to play against, so you could pay off people, be like, oh hey, let's queue up at the same time. You're on the enemy team. I'm going to pay you to lose so I can gain LP. Like it's serious,
Oh,
and
yeah,
so
no, I've seen
annoying.
that.
it's pretty
That's
gross.
that's all vanity too. There's no you don't get anything for being the number one challenger player. Like that
Unless
is pure vanity.
I mean, if you're number one Challenger and you start a stream, people are going to come watch you because you're the best person in NA. So that's the only thing you think of. But
Yeah, no, even my buddy, he's Grandmaster, right? And so he has no incentive to even try and get to like rank 1 or anything like that because there's no incentive on the ladder to do it. Like you'll get a cool recall animation for getting Challenger, but that you only have to be in the top 200 to get it. So
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
what's the point? There's no like incentive at the top of the ladder to actually like wanna grind it out.
unless you're wanting to go be a pro player, I feel like there's no other.
Yeah. But even then, some of that doesn't even translate. How
I
many?
feel like a lot of the pro players now are mostly Grandmaster anyway.
They don't play on their accounts.
Yeah,
So they're all in boot camp, like preparing for worlds and stuff. So
Yeah.
exactly. And the ones that do play during the season, like say Afromu, for instance, he usually gets to like Masters, Grandmasters, and then leaves it there. So,
Question for you, RJ, because you are a newer player. Did you deal with any
Yeah, how's the experience been?
toxicity coming up? I know we haven't gotten to your rank yet, but I just
yeah. So I had multiple accounts because I trashed the MMR on my main.
Okay.
The MMR on my main is so I started out in Iron 3, but I eventually got it up to Silver 3, which is pretty big, but it took me over like 300 games to do it. And I have a 58% win rate, and I'll just give you some perspective on why I hate this MMR so much. It's the MMR gains for me are plus 12, minus 20.
Holy shit.
With a 50% win rate, if that tells you anything about their MMR. And I'm talking about hard carrying lots of these games as well. So
what's crazy to me is like when you said that to me, I'm like, usually the whole point of the MMR system is the game's supposed to recognize when you're supposed to be a higher ranker. You're supposed to play with better players. And like if you're at a 58% win rate, that means you're beating the pants off of just about everybody that you're playing against.
yeah,
and that it should be moving you up and should be giving you higher LP to let you climb instead of miring you down in the cellar with the shit.
Let me read you my last 2 games. And you can just hear this. Okay. So these last 2 games are both Yone games. We have 21, 2, and 17. And then we have the next one, and these are also 157 CS in 100 and I mean fucking 21 minutes, so that's not terrible. And then we have a 40-minute game where I'm at 397 CS at 40 minutes, and I am 32, 1 in 14.
32.
Oh my goodness!
Then you're losing those games. You're saying?
No, I won both.
Oh, you won those. Okay,
but only getting 12. Only getting 12,
yeah,
right?
only getting 12 LP.
Oh my
Jesus,
god!
I would pick up my keyboard and throw it out the window.
Yeah, no, I just don't get it. I just don't.
That doesn't even. Yeah, that doesn't even make sense to me. That doesn't even translate. Like, how
No, it
what's
says my
your
MMR is bronze 1. Like I looked on my MMR website, it says it's bronze 1, but I'm
and
silver
you're
3.
and you're destroying these people with a
Yeah,
58% win rate. That's
yeah.
actually insane to me. I don't.
And then my newest account that I just got, I actually am almost a gold 1. I'm 1 game off gold 1.
Oh, nice,
Very cool.
nice. And RJ, just for my own sake, you found us on Reddit, right?
Yeah, on Reddit.
Nice, nice. So that's pretty cool. That's a little bit of a success because Reddit can be hard to reach people if you don't have a big enough audience or
Mhm.
a captive enough post. But for sure, dude, that's awesome. Thanks for again. Thank you for coming by. Thanks for doing this. This is
Yeah, I like this.
an interesting experience for us, and hopefully it's interesting and fun for you as well.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely is.
Um, um,
Yeah, we're
all right, so you've got multiple accounts, which
Mhm.
tells me you must have multiple summoner names.
Oh yes.
Did you pick all of your summoner names, or did you buy any accounts that were already
Oh,
pre-leveled? So you didn't have to go through 30.
I just bought them.
Okay.
No,
Did
I
you
don't-
pick
I don't
summoner
blame you.
names when you got them? Did you pick new summoner names, or did you leave them?
Oh, I love them. I'll just give you. I'll just give you. You guys want to see them?
Yeah, I'm just curious because really what I was gonna get down to was how did you pick your summoner name and where does that come from,
Okay.
or is
Well,
it
yeah.
just like
No, I did pick my main one.
okay.
Okay. So my main one is I'm a Yone one trick. So I did a Yone one trick name. It's I feel Yonely.
Okay, I like that.
I like it. That's
Yeah.
cool, dude. That's cool. What about you, Dom? What's your summoner name? How'd you come up with that?
I have a couple different accounts.
You're muted again. I lost you.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
GPT.
Yeah, I have a couple different accounts, but yeah, I prefer not to share my main account. But one of my all
Okay.
accounts is like Sleep Now, and I only play Zoe and Lilia on that account
I hate you.
because they have sleep abilities,
I hate you.
God.
and they're just super fun to play. But yeah, I definitely like making cool names in games. So, it's cool.
That's one of my favorite things is like when you load into a lobby and you see the other team's names and like try to find the funniest ones in there. I always thought that was fun.
Yeah, that's what
Um,
me and Tyler love doing that, and or even in our group chat. But we'll just be like, I'll be at work,
Screenshot 'em.
or Tyler will be at work. I'll take a picture and be like, check this out, and we'll just giggle and.
I know that
Um,
my current summoner name, like I had to poach it because somebody already had the summoner name, but you can if you wait like I think it's 18 months, like a year and a half, the name will and the person hasn't logged in.
Yeah,
You can
inactivity.
take that
okay.
name. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So that's what I did for one of my accounts. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Steven, what about you? What's your well, if you want to share your summoner name?
I don't care. It's Body by Gragas. And I believe, well, for the 3 people here that know me, that's pretty self-explanatory. I am a hefty feller. And I like to body slam people and drink a lot. So that's pretty much it.
I mean, who can argue with that? Body by Gragas. Sounds like a workout video, except it's not about workouts. It's about body slams and beer.
Or a bad cologne.
Yeah, I was gonna say just picturing Gragas'
oh,
fat ass on a fucking magazine
Oh,
cover.
I just smelled sweaty fat man. That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
sweaty fat man and stale ale. That's what that would
Oh.
smell like.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
well, it sounds like a bar.
Yep, it's pretty much a bar.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Dean, I think yours is just your name.
Yeah, mine's just my name.
I'll have to go with that. Mine. I've changed my summoner name I think like 4 times, and they've all gone through different things I've used, different handles I've
Hold
used on
on.
the internet.
You know what my favorite one you've ever had was? Butt
Is it Butt
Snorkeler.
Snorkeler?
Yeah, Butt Snorkeler.
Butt Snorkeler was a good one.
Butt Snorkeler.
And I had to change that name. Butt Snorkeler was just like, I think that's a clothing line. I just thought it was funny. I'm like, that would be just a funny name to have in game. And then I got really mad at someone who wasn't being serious. I don't even remember if they were inting or whatever. And they're like, dude, you can't talk to me about being serious. Your name is Butt Snorkeler. And I was like,
You're right.
yeah, you know what? You've got a solid point. I need to change that if I want to climb and people to take this seriously. So fair enough. I changed it. It's now Thrillup is just like, I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. It's kind of a play on my first name. So nothing special. I literally was sitting at my keyboard like, what do I pick? Let's just go with this. But yeah, this this game was my first MOBA, so I know Dom said you've played other MOBAs before. Steven's played Dota. I believe this was your first MOBA. RJ, from the sounds of it, this sounds like it was your first multiplayer online battle arena game.
I think
So-
I played Heroes of the Storm like a few times, but that was after League. All these games, League was still my first, but I tried Dota like once or twice. Did not know what the fuck I was doing.
You're also
Um,
forgetting Smite.
Oh, we did play
Oh, I
Smite.
forgot
We
about
did
Smite. I
play
did play
Smite.
Yeah.
I have been playing Pokemon Unite a little bit too, but whatever. It's not League.
But everyone
keep-
comes back to League of Legends.
I keep
This is-
sitting down in this chair and crying all fucking night.
All right. Do you guys ever feel like sometimes you just want to like slam your fist through your keyboard and quit this game? And
I do
never
that
come back
daily.
to it?
Oh, 100% all the time.
Do you think it's fair? I guess it's to anybody, like, because I say this a lot. Like, in the current Elo, obviously, I think the highest you said you're gold 1, RJ.
One game off of gold one.
Okay, so yeah, I'm like almost there too. I'm like gold 2. I know Dom's gold 4. Tyler or Steven's gold 4, and then Tyler I think is just about to be silver 1.
2. I'm about to be silver 1.
How do you feel about, and again, this is to anybody, like holding your team like accountable? Because I've heard, like, at least for low elo, you literally have to just play for yourself and you can't rely on your team. Do you think it's fair to actually rely on your team? This is a team game, but yeah, what do you
I
think?
say you have to. You have to rely on your team.
Even if they're a
and-
bunch of apes behind the computer?
Yeah, but you also have to be the person your team can rely on. I think that's a good thing to be in the team, is like the person on the team that other people can rely on. Now,
Dude, that's mind blowing.
it's hard though.
You're the first person I've ever heard like I've always heard, rely on them or don't rely on them, but I've never heard, are you reliable? Basically is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
be that
actually
person.
that's super mind blowing. That's a totally different perspective. Holy shit.
Yeah, because if you're too selfish, then you're ignoring the needs of your team, and the needs of the team are what's actually important. So
Yeah.
be the person your team can rely on. Now, if you have an inter or you have somebody who's a rager or whatever, I definitely suggest muting everybody and communicating with pings only. I think typing can be one of the worst things a person can do in League of Legends, and I know that from experience. I've been banned suspended many times. Yeah,
I think we've all, maybe not all, but the 3 of us on cam here for sure.
I've taken a 2-week ban before.
Yeah, I've gotten a chat ban already. So
Oh,
I've
I-
never gotten
I-
a
I had a-
chat
I had a
ban.
full 2-week ban because I
Yeah.
was playing a game where I was trying to learn a champion, and admittedly I still suck at Caitlyn. I was trying to learn how to play Caitlyn, and I was playing with a group of 4 people, and they just decided we're gonna troll this dude, and I fell for it, and as they say, they got my goat, and I dropped a homophobic slur and took it on the chin. I was like, dude, this is stupid. And I even made an appeal like, bro, look at these chat logs. Like, I want you to watch the game and read the chat in real time, because it's not for lack of effort on my part. It was more like I'm being bullied, and like, I don't know.
totally.
Eventually,
No, I definitely, like, the first couple times I got banned, and this was when the tribunal was around. So
God.
they would actually show you what games got you banned, and they would show you who reviewed your case and like how many people said this was bannable behavior or not. And yeah, it's intense. Like people have got my go before before as well, and you can't fall for that trap. You have to, and as much as you think you're right or whatever, or if you look back on those chat logs and you can see they were bullying you, right? That's exactly, like, they were bullying you, but still you can't retaliate. It's so, yeah, it's tough.
I think
it sucks. It sucks.
I think we've all learned, especially, just don't do that. Just don't even do that in real life either.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, exactly. It was.
If you have to learn that, learn it in League and
No,
not
for sure.
at work or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
It's definitely a life lesson, and it's definitely a life lesson that's easier to learn when you're not going to get punched in the face. You know what I mean?
And that's why it's so
by all-
rampant.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. Is there's no consequence, right?
Right. But it's
Um,
good if you can be a person that your team can rely on, who's not going to inflame other people, and is going to just like, try to help the team when they see they need help, and try to like help themselves when they know they need to help themselves. That's all you can do. Try to not be a negative influence on the game. I guess that's if you're a skilled player and you don't know how to get out of elo hell, that would be my suggestion: is stop talking and just try to help your team. Because if your mechanics are good and you know your mechanics are good, maybe you need to work with your team a little bit more and enable them instead of enabling yourself.
what if you're an unskilled player?
Yeah.
If you're an unskilled player, play Yumi.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
I will say from my own personal experience, I do leave chat on sometimes, not all the time, but there are some times, especially if I'm playing by myself and I'm not playing with a duo partner. I sometimes want to know if people spam ping you, and sometimes you're like, okay, why? I'm not asking in a rude way. I want to know why are you spam pinging me? What is it that I can do? And maybe it is something that'll make my game better. I would say 80% of the time it's some stupid shit. And I don't know what anybody else has experienced. RJ as a new guy, I'd be curious to know your thoughts. But like most of the time, I think like what they have to tell you is dumb and pointless, and like almost to the point where I think they should remove chat from League or make chat more difficult, like it is in Wild Rift. Because Wild Rift is such to me a more enjoyable experience because no one's spam pinging you because it's a pain in the ass to ping on your phone or on your mobile device or whatever device you're playing on, and no one's chatting because you can't. Like it's stupid difficult, and so it almost makes it more enjoyable by shutting that part of the game out. What do you guys think?
I think it's like a double-edged sword, because obviously we're talking about it's a team game. There gonna be some sort of communication, which I guess you could say is ping, but then should they add more pings? Like, and I know we've all like you were saying, we've all been there where people like spam pinging like "watch out" or question marks and yada yada yada. That sucks. I hate that shit. I mean, I know they've also talked about doing non-party audio. So like anybody, you just hop in the game and you're 4 randoms. You don't have to be in a party to have audio. I don't know if I'm sure about that. That might be a little bit worse.
Do they not have that already?
It's
Can you not just
if you're in a party. So
so
like
yeah, it
only
only
in a
works if
party,
you're in a
not
party,
in duo
yeah.
queue or whatever.
no, if you queue up, like as long as you're queuing up with someone or multiple people, you can have the League client has it. But if I play solo queue, I can't be in unless
Right.
Discord invite or whatever. But
That is an interesting box. Do they want to open that? They obviously don't want to open that box.
I don't think it's
Well,
go ahead, Steve.
here's what I'll say, and this is based off my experience with open chat lobbies in games via Counter-Strike. A lot of the times it works better because people are more afraid to use their voice to insult you.
I agree with that.
And that's the bottom line of it. You will still have agitators, 100%. There's always going to be someone. But I think atypically it would be better.
So I
100% agree.
oh, go ahead.
So if you look at Riot's other game, they have Valorant, right?
Yeah.
And what does Valorant have? Valorant has voice comms. So if you're not stacked up, you're still able to talk. You're able to communicate. Like, oh, he's around the corner. You peek the corner or whatever. I don't know. I don't play that game, but I've heard it's similar to Counter Strike. But they
Yeah,
have it in that
it's
game,
exactly
so-
the same.
Yeah, so they have it in that game. So I'm unsure why they can't add it into League. Like I've
Right.
had lobbies where people have put Discord links, and you go join the Discord link and you talk as a team, and no one's been toxic.
And you generally win those games too, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Because
you always win those games.
Proper
People are
communication.
and
Mhm.
people are willing to work together. And you, like Steven said, you're kind of afraid to call someone a
With your voice, exactly.
bumbling fucking idiot.
You're not a
you know
you're
what I
not
mean?
you're not going to be a keyboard warrior. You're gonna
Yeah, it's
Um,
because there's something there that makes you go, oh well, he can associate this insult
It's a
with
different
my
social
voice.
Or your
interaction.
parents can hear you.
Yeah,
Well,
that too.
that too.
Exactly.
Well, the other thing I do just to counter that point, and maybe it's just outdated, but back when I used to play like Call of Duty on Xbox. Xbox Live Chat was the most annoying, toxic community of people saying, "Oh, I fucked your mom." Like, dude, come up with a new fucking insult. You know what I mean? But like some people just keep saying it over and over again, like almost like a spam ping. And
That
would
was
be
earlier in the day, though, because
no, you're right, but that would be
League
my
was
fear of
also
like
much
bringing
more
that.
toxic. Like,
There's
Yeah.
also
several
the
years ago.
thing about like with Counter-Strike, with Valorant, because I've been playing a lot of Valorant lately. It's it's not a constant speaking like how Call of Duty was. Like most people have their shit on talk to speak, so they'll say the bad stuff when they're not on mic, and then immediately turn around and go, "Oh yeah, that was good try, whatever."
The other thing too is I feel like when you're on comms with League, and this is the thing I do like, because we even did this the other day with the guy that we were playing with, that showed up in another game. Like as you're running to lane, you can literally pick out the strategy that you want to use with somebody instead of trying to type it to them while you're running and then get smashed on by Yasuo hiding in the side bush as you're running to the bot lane over by Krugs. It definitely does free up your hands and allow you to be a more mechanical player. I personally am a little nervous about the return of some of the old toxicity, but I feel like the Counter-Strike and the Valorant player base is less toxic in general. The League player base I feel like is so toxic that it definitely is a can of worms that's or a Pandora's box even, that you don't know what you're gonna get on the inside, and
So, real
it can
quick,
very quickly be shut off, I think.
I will disagree with that statement. Counter-Strike is 100% more toxic than
So
League
you
is.
play Counter-Strike, I don't.
Yeah, no. Like, typing is one thing. Like in our last game, it wasn't great. I typed back just because I was trying to hit him with logic.
What?
Good luck, dude.
Good luck.
What a mistake.
Exactly. Well, and that comes with my age at this point. But
Boomer.
yeah, pretty much. Counter-Strike in general, and Valorant too. Valorant has it too. Is way more toxic, but it's more toxicity towards other teams, not the same teams.
Okay.
I will say that there have been times where I've been in Counter-Strike lobbies where all you will hear is racial slurs, Russian, and "Hey, Rush B, don't be a pussy."
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot of like we're all at least I'm assuming we're all men here. I know a lot of you guys are, but it's different as a woman too.
Oh god, yeah.
On
I was
voice
gonna.
comms. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
That's like-
I would be so afraid.
I
Voice
hate
comms
that.
are harsh for women gamers for sure.
And it
So-
sucks that it has to. That it's like that. It's fucking disgusting. Because apparently
Yeah,
some men, other people don't
It is
have to.
disgusting.
They don't know how to control themselves, and if they,
Or they don't have common decency.
because like you can go into a game and like someone's, you don't know if they're a woman, but the moment some people, I'm not talking about myself obviously, but like there are some people, the moment they find out that there's a girl on the team, they're just like, fuck this game, I just want to know what the fuck this bitch is doing, and like
Yeah.
like quoting literally, what's this bitch doing, like, and then that turns off women from
Well,
pro play.
it's just crazy. Like I don't understand. Like,
Well, that's why I wouldn't want to play this game with like say my girlfriend necessarily, because there's like a lot of toxic people and you have to go through that, like, hey, by the way, you're gonna run into some people that are like atrocious human beings, and you
yeah, because they're
I
on
don't
the
wanna-
internet.
yeah, it's like I
they're
would rather go
fucking-
and play like some card game with them or go play on the Switch, right, where you don't have to
Yeah.
deal with those people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. It's. I feel horrible for women that play this game that leave chat on. Obviously, the best way to get around it,
Right.
turn chat off. Fuck chat. And like I said a few minutes ago, chat is generally useless.
Yeah, I'd have to say
Um,
now with pings, like chat is really not that useful.
No.
As somebody who used to chat a lot, now that you can ping dragon, you can ping buff, you can ping item, you can ping your ability cooldowns.
Yeah,
like
for
you
sure.
don't need to type at all. And I feel like it's actually more efficient communication, especially with the different sounds.
Yeah.
No,
Sure,
they're getting there. They're getting there.
Yeah.
I
It
don't
could be better though. I like that
Of course.
idea that it could be better because
For
you
sure.
brought that up, Dean. That like I wonder what they could do because Dota has some of that where you can like draw on the mini map.
What?
It's a little.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
you
cool.
can.
What?
I see.
cool.
Okay, I'd be scared. I'd be seeing people drawing dicks on the fucking
Oh,
map.
for
Oh,
sure.
Oh, yeah,
It happens.
that's what I'm
every game.
Or just boobs
I
or
remember
what.
back before they had like a. I don't think there used to be a ping limit when we first started playing.
Oh,
And
right.
I remember, I think you could ping and draw a penis with the pings
So-
on the mini map because we
Nice.
had enough pings to do it.
I know for a fact that we have played a game with a mini map before where we have done that.
Yeah,
so
it's Diablo.
that's not just other
That's
people.
Diablo.
That's us too. we've done that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with the male-dominated thing. For whatever
Yeah.
reason, men like drawing penises. I don't know why.
Yeah, don't get
We're-
it, but hey, it
We're
happens.
psychologically fucked in the head. It's funny. But yeah, I think Diablo is when we did it. Diablo 3.
I believe so.
Because you can draw on the map, which is cool. But yeah, I do actually. I've noticed, and I don't know what you guys have noticed, but there's pings and there's also emotes. I find
emotes.
myself trying to at least be a positive influence using emotes. So I use my emotes less as a troll for the other team, although they still have a place in the game as a way to tilt another player. As subconscious as that is, psychological warfare is fair game in League, okay?
Oh no, for sure.
No, I use it in a negative way most of the time.
But
Yeah,
I
whenever I,
have
get a solo kill. Whenever
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
a solo kill, you gotta flash the mastery
Yeah,
7
okay.
emote.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
That's mastery. That's fair, and that's gonna be a tilter. That's not necessarily toxic. That's just saying, dude, I know my champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't fuck with me. I know my champion, and then they're gonna fuck with you with their jungler, and then you be like,
If anything, that's
"Motherfucker."
reverse tilting. If you feed after you flash your mastery 7, that's a reverse tilt right there.
That's the thing
Oh,
about it. That's the
no,
thing I like
that's-
about it is you can tilt yourself or tilt them. Like it is psychological warfare.
See,
It's
that's
fair
why I
game.
always just throw up the thumbs up no matter what.
Dude.
Like,
Okay, so that's where I was going, right? Is I have from playing TFT and getting gold TFT, I have the triumphant and the victorious emotes. And like it's like the one that I have that I really like is like a little thresh with a thumbs up. And I use that thing all the time. It's like, dude, good play. Or even in chat, I'll just GJ like a bunch of times and enter and I'll flash up the thumbs up like good thinking and is to at least try to be like a positive influence. Or my favorite emote right now is the ghost face with the scream. And like anytime someone just blows somebody up, I'm like, oh my god.
or like,
And flash it. It's just a positive reinforcement. Try to keep the game fun, but without pinging because a ping. I feel like pings a lot of times are taken negatively, like a question mark. But like it would be funny to question mark where did that guy go? Like he just got blown up. You know what I mean? But I feel like someone wouldn't read it that way and would fly off the handle. So I try to use the emotes as a positive reinforcement.
oh no, for sure. Like, imagine your bot lane, the enemy Katarina is coming down for the 7th time, just brutally just kills you in one shot, and you just throw up that thumbs up. Like, nice, dude.
Yeah, good one, dude.
Set up a
Thanks.
fucking tent, pay some taxes, fucking. So
I like flashing my mastery after I've died, just as a
Gotcha.
funny thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of the times it will tilt the enemy because you just constantly keep flashing it, even though you have died.
Is that like playing Alistair saying mess with the bull and you get the horns?
Yes.
50,000
Can't milk-
times?
can't milk those.
Yep, can't milk
Yeah,
those.
right. Oh
Or the
my God.
cowbell. The cowbell
really
is
wish-
the worst.
I really wish they would add new lines to Alistair because he is damn near tilting when someone just keeps spamming that. Like, shut the fuck up. Because you can't even mute those.
no, you can't mute champion
can't mute.
emotes. Emotes?
You can turn
Champion-
it down in the sound settings.
Well, yeah. But, like, I
You can
like...
turn off champion voices, which I would also recommend if champ voices distract you.
But I thoroughly enjoy, like, Thresh talking about eating people's souls and the fact that he's mad or laughing when he drops the ultimate. You know what I mean? I thoroughly enjoy that. I think that's interesting and fun. So I like to hear my champion. I just don't want to hear your champion.
Right.
Especially like the God King skins that I can't fucking stand because they never shut up.
I mute the emotes sometimes.
Oh no,
yeah,
no, for sure I do.
it
If
triggers
like
me.
if I get shit on
Does
and
it
I
really?
do
She
bad,
does.
if I get shit on by like someone outplayed me, they'll give me a thumbs up. I'm like, oh fuck my life, click, and I just mute the. I don't want to see that anymore. Or just the sound.
Never,
The sound
I've
of
never
the.
had anyone use it that one like told me. That's new to me. That's new information. I didn't think that was a thing. Okay.
Yeah, now you can start destroying everybody with your thumbs up.
Yep.
Oh, dude. tilt the ending. Like I said, psychological warfare is fair game. All right. Well, speaking of emotes, because sometimes you actually see this in pro play, and I'm just curious, what you guys overall, do you guys care about pro play at all? Like any region, it doesn't matter. Does pro play interest you?
Not anymore.
Why?
As a person, I don't know.
Have you watched RJ or no?
Oh yeah, so as like first season, me and my buddies will get together, we'll watch it.
You're a TSM
Conti-
fan, aren't you?
No,
Okay, God.
I just fucking hate NA teams. I think they're
You're
all
right.
dog shit.
You're right.
I think they're all.
That's-
I think
You're
they're all
right.
dog shit. If we're being-
That's the general consensus, right?
yeah, I think they're all dog shit. I mean, you look at what we've done in the past. We've done absolutely nothing. Gone an 0-6 speedrun record to the airport. So I think this year we'll try and top that and get there as fast as we
Hey,
can.
Cloud9 did
That
make it
hurt.
to semis 3 years ago.
That was a good.
That was
a really good.
that would have
year.
been amazing. But
That was the time when they kept picking the Kog'Maw, right?
was
And
that
it
that was
I
Ardent
think
Sensor
that was a
meant-
series. Yeah, I feel like they kept picking Kog'Maw. They kept picking the same thing in the best of 5, and it wasn't working. Like, why would you pick it again? It was like salty run back after salty run back. Like, stop doing that.
No, but they're gonna get the finals this year. Tell you what. Cap. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Don't.
I hope
Um,
that NA make it to finals. That'd be nice to see. Shut every other major region up.
It's never
Be
gonna
like,
fucking
hey,
That would
happen.
be
We
that would
got
be
really-
awesome.
Hey, I think if we get out of groups, other regions will have to shut up because every single analyst I've seen has said we're all going home.
Dude, if
Like,
we
right
could
away.
get all 3 teams out of groups, I'd be pretty happy.
That would be
I don't
pretty
think
sick,
we've
so
ever
I
had that
doubt it.
before.
No, it's
I
always
doubt it will happen, but hopefully.
That would be awesome. Like, I don't even know who the weakest team is right now. I guess Cloud9 would be the weakest team in the world's roster, and really on paper they're not weak, and they do play a different game style that's probably more akin to some of the um, foreign. I don't even want to call them foreign. Some of the other leagues teams, they play a similar aggressive style, and it, for whatever reason, when other teams play it, other regions play it against NA, it works really well. But when NA plays it against NA, it sucks. We've seen this happen to TSM in the past, trying to pull similar stuff. Like, oh yeah, let's play like like we're playing Worlds against NA teams, and then they end up fucking having to fight the hardest battle, almost run a gauntlet in playoffs to even get to Worlds because it doesn't translate here, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, we can defend it when an NA team does it, but we can't defend it when a Korean team does it. We can't defend it when a European team or a wildcard team plays like that. It's beyond me, and I almost feel like it's a psychological thing at this point.
Dom, what about you? I don't think you said anything about. Do you watch pro at all? Used to?
Not recently. I haven't been super into it recently. But I remember like back in the day watching like season 2 finales with the fucking disconnected.
Oh my god.
With the Malphite about to ult in and the fucking.
Oh,
Dude, that was hilarious. But I think watching pros is like a great way to figure out how to play your champion right. Sometimes, like that's why I'll watch some pro. If I haven't played it in a while, I'll go watch some pro games, see what's popular, and then pick that up.
I do like that idea too, is watching pros. Or one of my next questions I was going to ask is how you guys feel about streamers. Like, do you watch streamers? Do you care about streamers? Some guys like Tobias Fate, who plays 3 champions, and they're all somewhat related: GP, TF, and Graves. That's a good person to learn mechanics and build paths with. I know Dean's not a big fan of solo Renekton only, but the dude plays Renekton like a boss. And like, if you want to know how to play Renekton, watch him. You could turn his audio off because he's just talking shit the whole time. But if you want to learn how to play that champion, that's a good person to watch. You want to learn how to play Riven, go watch Box. You know what I mean? You want to learn how to play Zillion, go watch Bjergsen.
Yeah, you guys watch streamers? Anybody that particular?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so when I watch streamers, I know this will be pretty controversial, but I watch Tarzan. I know
Oof,
all
okay.
you probably heard of him. He's
Yeah.
really toxic. But one thing he's
yeah.
really good at, he is insanely good jungler. Like he will get pros all the time. He's really, really good. He actually, if you watch his stream with the audio off, you'll actually learn a lot about jungling and like certain pathing and how to play certain matchups. He's very mechanically gifted.
No,
but
no,
he
for
is
sure.
just a toxic piece of shit.
He is. He's really
Yeah.
fucking good. But that
Yeah.
dude tilts very easily, I think. I
Yeah,
haven't
he
watched him in a
tilts
while.
very easily. Everyone hates him. No one likes playing with him. I mean, I think he got rank 1 again this season.
That's incredible.
Did he
Yeah, so
really?
he's like a 4-time rank 1 player, which is pretty nuts.
I know he's good, but the one of the things that I don't like about him is that he's one of those guys that will smurf or go into games and just like shit on bronze players that really don't know
Oh
what they're
yeah.
Yeah,
doing.
that
And,
Oh
like
yeah, I know.
him
He has,
like
unranked the
Night,
challenger
him
nonsense.
and Night
yeah,
Blue. Night Blue does the
he
same
has
thing.
a
And good.
oh, yeah. Tarzan right now, he was doing like an unranked challenger stream for like the past few days, and his account has a 80% win rate.
It's fucking
Yeah,
nuts.
and it's like, well, it's weird because like a lot of these guys too, especially like Night Blue is famous for this, is like going in games on a separate account, turning off the name so you can't see the name of whoever it is, and then shitting on some guys, acting like you're hella good, and then if you can actually find that match history somehow, you'll see it's like a bunch of bronzes, silvers, maybe even golds, but
Yeah,
this is a diamond tier
it's for YouTube
Master
highlight
Blue player.
reels.
Yeah,
Like it's
and
just
I'm like,
I
dude,
went 30-1
you're
on Kazakhs in bronze 1 elo. Like
It's like
what do you
wreck the game
expect?
for the rest of us that suck, dude. Like
I hate
some
that
of us
stuff.
just aren't good, man. Like I'm not ready to play against you yet. Let
Either
me
that
get
or
to
it's
your
like
level.
League isn't our life,
Or
realistically.
That too. No, for
I'm
sure.
not making money on being. I'm not even making money doing this. And this is we do because we like it. You know what I mean? It's like don't ruin the experience for the rest of us. Um, but I think you're right. You know, when you watch them actually play people of their caliber, there's definitely stuff to be learned. But I think you also have to learn what the other player is doing against them and why it is or isn't working. And some of that is actually studying, and yes, I do mean actually studying for those of you who are low rank and want to grind and do better. Do as I say, not as I do. Actually pay attention and learn your wave management skills. Learn your jungle pathings from certain champions, because if you go in, you can look at, for example, you can look at Mobalytics, and they're going to give you the most popular champions and the best champions in their roles. And a lot of times they'll show you highlights. Now, look at those champions, find players that are high ranked that are playing those champions. And if it's jungle, I would say is probably the easiest to do because you follow their pathing. Where are they going? When are they doing it? Match up with the clock in your top corner and your mini map. Where are you? Where are they? What does my lane state look like? And then you can kind of understand when someone's going to be there, and then it almost makes you ungankable. And if you're ungankable, it's way easier to climb. Way easier to climb. Or at least if you're expecting a gank, and you can try to defend it. Now, you get outplayed. It happens. But once you learn the little nuances, it becomes more digestible and more understandable, and it'll make your life easier to climb. That's just my tip.
Oh, yeah, 100%. When I was working with my coach, so actually this might surprise you, but my coach is a female.
Okay.
She's
Nice.
master, and she
Nice.
actually she flames me pretty hard.
I mean, if
like
you're
like a
if you're
lot.
into that, man, I don't really care. It's all good.
Yeah, no, but she's crazy. She hit master this season, peak master, but
Wow.
what she taught me is, so like, in order to start winning lane, you need to become ungankable. And becoming ungankable is pretty easy. You just have to know where to put your wards, what time you need to put your wards. You just need to try and look at the map, figure out where the enemy jungler starts. After you figure out where they start, you can ward the opposite side of the map, because most jugglers low elo, they're going to do a 5 camp clear. They're going to do the whatever side they start on. Let's say you start on red side, right? You're going to do your you're going to do your Gromp. You're going to do your red side. You're going to do your Raptors. You're going to skip Krugs because that takes up too much time. Most people don't know how to full clear. So you're going to do red buff, Raptors, then you're going to take your Wolves, and then your blue buff and your Gromp, and then you're going to go for Scuttle right away, and that will get you level 4. But if you know, so now knowing that, you know exactly where to ward, what time they're going to be there, what time they're even going to get out of their own jungle, you know where to ward, where to position yourself, and it's a lot easier.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like D and I have been doing a lot recently, and he's been playing jungle, and I've been playing support. Um, the other big thing that's nice is like sometimes if we're like he'll be like, hey, I'm gonna come down to Scuttle Crab. Can you watch over me? And I will ping my laner back, and I will go up to the river, and I will see I will scout it out if I can find if there are champions there. I'm just gonna turn around and leave and don't do it. Go somewhere else. If they're not there, then we're gonna be ready for a 2v1 because chances are, if I'm playing support and I didn't see their support leave, I got a 2v1.
Yeah.
Like if I can see their mid laner and he's coming, it's a 2v1, or sometimes they don't even come and maybe they're doing something else. But now that's information for the rest of the map, right? So you really need to look at your mini map too. Is like
That's okay. That's the big thing. If you just
watch your fucking mini
yeah,
map.
look
And
to the
it's
bottom
hard
right.
if you're farming. It's really hard if you're an ADC to watch your mini map because you're watching two champions on the enemy side. You're watching your support and you're trying to watch the mini map while trying to farm all at the same time. It is a very
It's a lot.
difficult thing to do. The good news is you really only got to watch one side of the map because you're at the bottom corner. So you're just watching this top corner, this top 2/3, because that's where it's going to come from, right? But being able to have that communication or being able to understand, like, hey, I'm gonna sack a little bit of XP in my lane, let their lane get ahead. But if my jungler gets ahead, or hell, if we get this Scuttle Crab, it all of a sudden is a 3v2 on the bot side. We can take a fight, and I'll sack 10 minions if we can get a double kill.
And then go to dragon.
Understanding your trade offs, I think is rather important, and understanding when you can trade them and whatnot is another thing. So part of that is knowing your champion well.
I guess. Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead, Dom.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to quickly say, like, on top of the be ungankable for new players, just don't die. Like that's my tip. Like,
Dude,
That's
do
a
everything you can not
Don't
to
try not
very
die.
fail,
easy.
just
That's
don't die.
way easier said than done. Because
it is.
In
You're
an-
totally right.
in an
Yeah.
age where champions can fucking fly through walls and fly across the map,
Vex.
Vex is going to be
Oh,
another
no.
one. Kane.
Oh, I haven't
is-
even looked at her spells.
Kane.
Vex is a permaban, man.
For
No
sure.
way. What role is she? Is she a support or
She's
what?
gonna be
I
a mid lane.
Mid
think-
lane.
Oh, a mid laner.
Honestly, I
I'm
think
not-
she can be played support too. Just think about
How many mid laners can be played support?
Yeah, no, that I think Vex is gonna
Hold
be
on.
like a perfect counter pick into Kalista.
No, that's what I'm
I
saying.
feel like
Yeah,
she's gonna be like 100% pick ban because
Oh, she
look at all
will
the
be.
look at all your popular champions, right?
Well,
What do they
every
all have in
champion that's
common?
come out in the
Yep.
last 5
She's
years
an-
has a dash.
She is an
Yeah.
anti-dash and blink with a dash.
Yeah. Like look,
Yep, and
Hey,
Blink with a dash, and she can.
Ezreal,
There's like
super
yep.
popular, right?
There you go.
Any ADC that builds Gale Force, oh, guess what? Your dash is now useless, right? Like,
Yeah.
Akali.
My two
Talon
favorites.
doesn't have
My
a dash.
two favorites,
Aatrox.
Yasuo and
Oh, go ahead.
Aurelia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
They're
those
done
are
Zed.
good. You can get
Yep.
Fizz too, Yone.
Mhm.
I'm
Will it
just
work
trying
on
to
Zed?
think. So many-
Shaco. Shaco
Yeah.
will be
That's good.
that way.
That's a good question if it work on Zed.
Is Zed
Levine-
Shadow?
It will.
Is it a
It will.
blink? Is that considered a blink?
It is. It is considered a blink, and it does work on it.
Oh yeah, you know what? That makes sense because
Blinks too.
you could use
Mhm.
sudden impact with Zed.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, so Shaco, Zed,
Ooh.
Yasuo.
Fiora. I mean,
Ev-
count all the champions. I would say if I had to guess, there's probably more than 50% that have some sort of dash or gap closer ability.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean even Yone might be affected by it too with his
Oh,
his
yeah.
Oh,
Q
yeah.
dash.
Oh, his
I've seen
E.
the,
Q dash or the ulti.
Yeah,
The
or the
E.
ulti, the
E.
E,
The
Q
ultimate's
dash.
unstoppable though, so I don't know if the ultimate will be affected. It is an unstoppable ultimate.
That's
Mm,
true. So
It'll
is Malphite.
mark
maybe.
him though. I think it'll mark
Probably
Yeah.
him.
depends if they
It'll
start
mark
in
him
it or
100%.
not.
Yeah,
Mm.
but
Wait.
that opens a whole can of worms on
I feel like she'll
on
be a good mid
stupid
laner.
Fucking champions.
I feel like pro play is gonna take her support and it's gonna be broken. Or
I don't know. I've seen her numbers are a little crazy right now. So I was watching some gameplay of her. And so there is a couple of combos you can do on Vex once you get enough CDR on her that will make it so that you can get 2 fears off with one combo.
Oh Jesus.
And the amount of burst damage that she also has in her kit is just
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. So her full double burst fear combo was doing like I think 4K to target dummies, and that wasn't
Oh
at full
my
build either.
god.
and don't forget
Oh
her
my
ulti has
God.
a reset mechanic because that's right.
Yeah,
It's the
oh
new
yeah,
favorite
it's
thing to
amazing.
do.
And it's a semi-global ult as well. So if it hits you, she can snipe you from like way down the river where you
Whoa.
don't have vision and just blink to you and one shot you.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's like quarter map, isn't it?
It's like
Yeah,
TFL.
it's like quarter
Is
map.
what I saw. Yeah, it's like
It's a skill shot though, so you have to hit it.
yeah, you have to hit it first. It's like kind of like fuck. I can't think of anything else that does that. It's like a
No,
quarter
TF?
quarter
I
of the
don't-
map you can travel.
Twisted Fate?
a lot of
TF.
TF is full map.
No, it's
I'm
not.
trying to think.
No,
It's
it's
not.
not.
It's not
Oh,
full.
well,
TF's is full map.
It's
when
like
you get to, level
it's like
16.
5,000, 6,000
He
range.
used to be full map at level 6. You could teleport in the other fountain back in seasons like 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
Card
Well, once you-
Master.
more like Rise,
That was
but
the ultimate
a
end.
little bit
Yeah.
longer. Rise is ult, but a little bit longer.
Or like
At
old
first rank.
old Kench.
Yeah,
Ooh,
old
I
Kench
I
would be a
missed
good.
that shit. Holy shit.
Yeah, old
old
Kench is a
Kench.
pretty good assembly for it.
All right.
Actually
so
had
we,
a question too. One
Go ahead.
more because we're gonna be winding down here in a second.
that's it, yeah, we're coming up close to an hour mark, and we want to make
Uh,
sure we get stuff in and keep people interested and
Yeah,
go
so
ahead.
that's okay. I know I voiced this recently. I wanted to say, I guess it could be two quick questions.
Yeah.
What is your most banned champion? Like, what do you absolutely do never want to play against, and why? And what is your biggest frustration right now, gameplay wise? And I'll start because, well, right now my biggest ban is fucking Talon because they just buffed him in the jungle. We played like 2 games against a Talon that builds Bruiser, can still one-shot you, and just never dies. That's stupid as fuck. So that's why I ban him now. Before, I think I was banned. Well, Katarina is also in there too, because fuck that champion
Katana
too.
fish. Fuck Katana fish.
And then Katarina is my biggest issue with the game is you can build her full AD, again a bruiser, and she doesn't die, and she does 4 million damage. Why is that in the game?
She's supposed to be a magic
Assassin.
damage assassin.
There's no counterplay to her. Like you don't die, you heal a metric fuck ton, and then you can just get out.
The only counterplay to Katarina is anyone that has a full stun. It can't be a snare, can't be a root. It's got to be a full stun. And there's not a whole lot of champions that have that. Or obviously a knock up too, but a knock up would count. Anything that interrupts a channel, because that's technically Thicker ulti is
The channel.
technically a channel.
Yeah, it's a channel.
Although I don't know if Kassadin can interrupt it with his Q. I don't think he can.
It's a silence, isn't it?
No,
It's
it
an
only
interrupt.
interrupts channels.
Yeah.
It still says silence when you hit somebody with it though, which is kind of funny. But it is just a channel interrupt. But you got to play like a Pike, a Nautilus, a Thresh, a Cho'Gath, and you have to be able to hit that
That's
instantaneously.
exactly.
And
'cause she's very
that's
quick.
where you lose the counter plays because you can't hit it instantaneously because she's already spinning. She's already getting about 5 or 6 instances of damage off out of like 20, and it still pumps massive damage. And if she gets the kill, she just does it all over again.
I just don't think her ult should apply on hit. Like what's up with
Yeah,
that?
I don't get that. And like the Kraken Slayer,
I was Titanic
she can even build
Hydra.
Sunder now, can't she?
Yeah, that's the build.
Yeah,
Is
she-
Sunder
yeah,
and
that's the build.
Oh my God.
Titanic.
Why is that healthy? Why is that healthy for this
It's
game?
not. It's not. That's what I'm saying.
That champion's
It's,
so stupid. You can close your eyes in the shop and still come out with a build that will 1v9.
Yeah, and I still can't play her, so I got that
Yeah.
going for me.
Same, no problem
no.
there. Same.
That build is so stupid though. It's Divine, Titanic, and then Bork.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
did
you,
the.
you code Bork.
What the
It's so
fuck?
stupid. You heal the full. You heal the full off like every single
That's
thing.
so stupid. And then and then she's got Titanic. You just don't kill her.
What about you, Tyler?
Yeah,
What-
and obviously the Bork you get the slow too. That's so stupid. That's so dumb.
It's like it gets worse the more you think about it too.
my most banned champion and my most hated champion are definitely different. My most banned champion right now is Katarina, because fuck her and her stupid abilities. My most hated champion is not Katarina. Actually, I think she's her aesthetic and whatnot. I think are interesting. Man, who do I have as the most hated champion? I mean, I really don't like Teemo, but it's not because Teemo's like annoying to play against. It's because he's annoying to play with. I feel like he sucks when you have him. He's okay when he's on the other team because your teammate doesn't know how to play against a Teemo, and it's like it's not hard, dude. You let him blind you, and then you go ham on him after he's blinded you because once that blind's over, he has no way to stop you, right? And I feel like people just get tilted off Teemo so easily. It's like This is a dumb fucking champion that doesn't do anything, right? The other one that I don't like a lot is Karma, but that's only solo lane Karma. Karma support where she's supposed to be, I think, is fine, but solo lane Karma is dumb. She pumps out a stupid amount of damage, gets built tanky for no reason. Again, more things that I think are unhealthy for the game. And Dean, what was your other question?
It was like your biggest frustration gameplay wise.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the need to rely on your teammates, but Dom may have solved that frustration for me, honestly. Like 40 minutes ago, and you said be the one that your team can rely on, as opposed to rely on your teammates. So you may have solved that frustration for me. My backup biggest frustration is the unhealthy builds. I'm not against AP Twitch being a thing. I think that's fine, because you definitely make a sacrifice there, right? You do a lot of damage, but you sacrifice those crit items, so your damage is a little more capped, a little less random, which is why I think people like going that build. But it's the unhealthy builds, like the Katarinas that we were just talking about, that it's biggest frustration. What do you do? She blows you up so fast and heals so much. Like Grievous doesn't do anything to that. You can't stun it fast enough. What do you do? But
Dom
who wants to go next?
Dom, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll go. My most banned champion is gonna be Amumu. I play a lot of jungle, and I used to not play jungle Amumu just because I didn't really like his play style. Kind of felt a little like, I don't know. Anyways, if you played against a good Amumu, you know how devastating he can be. And
God, he is.
I used to get asked all the time, like, why do you ban Amumu? And he got really overpowered, and they had to nerf him. And then recently they gave him that second Q, so I still ban him. A good Amumu is pretty terrifying, and if you don't have a team that's going to coordinate and harass him in his jungle early game, it can be tough. So yeah, I ban Amumu. But the thing I'm most displeased about, honestly, I'm gonna say, and this might be a little controversial, but I do not like the item rework that much. I do like it better than it was before, but
Could be better.
I think it could be much better. If you look at a game like Dota, there are a lot of the variety of items and the effects that they give. I feel like there could be so much more in League. And League is, and that's why I like League. It is a lot more simple. So it's tough. I'm asking for a lot, but if I get too much, it'll be too complex for a lot of people. But
Sure.
I think they could have added a little bit more stuff, added a couple more unique effect items.
Yeah, I feel like there's not enough mythics.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like there could be. It would be cool maybe if you could combine myth, like I don't know, make even more. I feel like there needs to be an even more mythic item.
6,000 gold right now. Go. Boom.
Right. Yeah, totally. like the spatula or whatever.
Stat stick, yeah.
Right. So I feel like they could do more, and I feel like they're trying to preserve pro play mainly, and so I feel like that's why they don't go too far. They don't want to blow things up too much. So I understand why they do what they do, but I think they could go further with items.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Okay, I can go next. So my most banned champion is Zed. I hate that champion. That champion is annoying. It's annoying to lane against. So when you're laning against a Zed, he can sit back and farm like a ranged champion. And then as soon as he hits you with a WEQ, he can all in you with Ignite and a Serrated Dirk, which is he will set longsword, so it's like a first back item that he grabs, which is really stupid. So as soon as he hits level 6, you just die, and then he goes roams, double kills your bot lane. And then after that, you just lose. He drops a 30 bomb, and everyone spams mid diff at the end of the game.
Did you this was a while ago? Did you know Zed's ult used to steal AD from the target he killed?
Whoa!
Oh my god, that's so stupid.
So yeah, you get a percentage.
He would be incentivized to kill the ADC.
Yeah, so you.
Wow.
With Deathmark, but
yeah,
they got rid of that. Good.
Okay, no, I'm definitely glad that's out of there then. Yeah, no, and then my most hated champion. I don't know. I think honestly, if I had to pick a champion that I just do not like, I think Tryndamere is really stupid. I think he's outdated. I think he needs a rework. I think that champion's so stupid. It feels really terrible when you drop a full combo on him and ignite him, and then he just kills
So-
you with autos after you drop everything on him and have no cooldowns left.
Love
Yeah,
And I
it.
think
Undying
for, like,
Rage. Undying Rage
Undying
is
Reach is
definitely
terrible.
dated.
It's really annoying.
definitely a dated skill. I didn't even think about that because right now Trinity is not that popular. But you're right. It's definitely a super dated ability.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
no, I
like-
think it's really stupid. I think it needs a rework.
Action though, Action's ability to bring people back from the dead, man. Oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah, no. See, that is a stupid ability that I don't think they thought through.
I
Right.
haven't played that champion yet, but actually I kind
he's-
of want to because it seems
I don't
fun.
know,
Very
he's
good.
pretty- he's a very good champ. He sucks early on if you know how to abuse him. There's certain picks that you can pick into him that I think could really abuse him in the lane
He
and make it
kind
so he
of
has to roam.
he kind of reminds me a little bit of like a solo lane version of Kaisa in the fact that he operates kind of as an assassin.
Oh yeah,
Like
100%.
you get in, you kill somebody, and then you have to leave. You're not sticking around and killing somebody. You're not playing Vayne where you're gonna 1v5, you know what I mean, or 2v5, and dodge all the skill shots, everything. No, you get in, you kill someone, and then you slingshot out.
Yep,
And
exactly.
that's where I struggle playing Kaisa because I can play Kaisa in lane all day, but when it comes to a team fight, like I'm not good at
yeah, though.
finding that moment. But I'm like,
Mhm.
I want to play Akshin. He seems fun, but
Mhm.
because
He's
he
good
also
mid.
seems frustrating.
Yeah, no. And then I think for like gameplay, I mean, this is my first season playing, but like I think for itemization for like for the mage class in general is just lacking
Oh, it's
a
terrible.
lot.
It's fucking
awful.
terrible.
I think it's awful. I think when you look at all the defensive options you have for 80 champions, like Sterex Gauge, you have Wits End, obviously, that's become really strong recently. You have Death Dance. And you look at the AP itemization, what do you have? You have Zanya's. And Zanya's is supposed to be like
And Banshee's
Oh,
failed.
no.
It's a defensive. Yeah, it's an
it's a
anti
defensive
AD
thing,
item.
and
that's
then
what it's
they
supposed to
nerfed
be.
it. And then they nerfed it.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
get the point of nerfing like the one itemization that's supposed that you can rush to like counter an assassin, which is basically all you're seeing in lane nowadays. I mean, I think the last AP champ I played in lane was Silas, but that's because Silas is Silas. He's pretty strong if you know how to
He's-
play
he's
pilot
a
him
bullshit
properly.
ass champion too.
Yeah, so I mean, the last AP champ I saw in lane was a Silas, and that's just Silas is always strong because you can just if your team has busted ultimates and there's a Silas on the other team, you're basically screwed.
Oops.
I do kind of want to piggyback off your itemization idea because there's a lot of times where I'm playing like ADC and some champions like Ezreal, Wits End is not in the cards. There you don't build Wits End on that champion. You know, some of the ADs like Varus, if you're playing Poke Varus or the popular Varus build right now, there's not really any good MR items.
Yeah,
For
no,
him.
like there's
They
what is
don't
it?
really exist.
Right. There
and-
should be like two options for every scenario, right? Like you shouldn't have
Yeah.
to be like, oh, I have no option. Here.
Yeah, I'm like when you're playing Varus, I guess you build Hex Drinker
Good.
into Maw,
Good.
but that's
Yeah,
not
that's
that,
one
I mean,
option.
That's kind of like a item, or you go Wits End, right? That's the other option. But like I'm not playing attack speed. I don't want attack speed or on hit damage. I want.
Then your option would be
That's
Edge of Night or Maw.
Yeah,
but Edge of Night isn't MR. It's just a
Yeah, it's just a shield
shield,
now.
Health,
a
a
spell
little
shield.
bit of health.
Yeah.
That's what I like. There's been a lot of times where I'm like, dude, I've got, maybe I've got a GA, so I've got 120 armor, but I've got 35 MR. I don't really want Mercurial Scimitar because I don't need to cleanse anything. So what am I building now, right? What MR item is worth it? Because Maw is definitely a bruiser item. It's not a marksman item. So I do see what you mean about itemization being a little more on the lacking side, especially for someone who's new and is picking this up.
I've seen what is it? I've seen some people even like playing ADC. There's no MR items for like let's say you wanted to play Samira. Like Samira only applies crit with her ult, no on hit effects or anything. So you don't really
Nope.
want to build Wits End because the attack
Nope.
speed doesn't matter that much.
Yep.
But I've seen people even take like a Spirit Visage, like start building tank.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like,
which is
I've
weird. Like
been-
that's a shitty fucking item for an ADC to have. Like,
Exactly, and they're building it just to give it that survivability because there is
Yeah.
no other option for MR, or you just start building tank. Like one of my friends that started playing Kha'Zix, he started playing in Kha'Zix. He's up in like Diamond right now. He'll play Kha'Zix and he'll start building like tank after 2 to 3 items. because there's
Yeah.
just like you get an ISO. That's really all the damage you need. You get like 2 items. You get your Dust Blade. You be able to turn invisible.
Yep.
You get
Just
your
get that Dust
reset.
Blade.
You get out.
That sounds so fucking frustrating.
Mhm. Tank Kha'Zix.
I gotta try that.
66,000
Yeah,
damage.
you gotta try that.
New
Right,
wave.
right. Steven, you got the last one, so I'm sure yours is probably good.
Well, let's see.
Do you need a question refresher?
Most
No,
bands,
most
Okay.
it's most banned, most hated, and biggest gripe about the game currently.
Yeah,
Is what I
about right.
understand it as.
Yep.
So most band champion is super lane dependent for me because I have fun with the game still. I don't play just one specific lane.
Wow,
if
you're
I'm-
saying I don't have fun?
Oh, not like that.
I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you.
If I could rephrase that in a better way, I would. But again,
Fair enough.
I don't play this game for rank.
Steven
I
plays all roles.
Yes. So it's super lane dependent. However, most band champion, probably Katarina.
There you go.
Just because even if I'm not in mid lane, that champion has so much ability to affect the game. Most hated champion, honestly, is probably Viego. And that's just because I don't know how to deal with him. And
'Cause
that's
he's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, and that's mostly my fault. I'm sure there are ways to deal with him, and I could easily do that. But if League isn't my life, I don't care enough.
Okay, I want you to think about this. And this is just like a theory, and I have no idea if this is even done or if this even works. But Viego versus Silas.
Viego versus Silas. Okay, that matchup is.
Does Silas get to inhabit
No, he doesn't.
bodies?
No,
he
because
doesn't.
that's
No,
Viego's
no.
passive.
No,
Okay, it's part of passive, not the ulti. Okay,
Yeah.
but he
Yep.
does he get resets?
No, because he
I
doesn't
know.
inhabit
No.
body.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Just curious.
it's a one-time use thing.
Yep, but
Still broken ass fucking skill to use with the Silas. So
Yeah. My biggest complaint about the game, and I had this complaint for a few seasons now, is that everything that Riot does to affect or change the game feels geared towards pro play.
oh,
And I get
I agree.
that pro play is important to them, but I believe a larger portion of their player base is between plat and iron. And I think if they're going to make changes, it should be more geared to those people because let's be honest, we're the ones that make them money. Pro play
sure.
brings in a lot, don't get me wrong, but with the amount of skins that fucking iron players buy or bronze think about it this way. Like I have my league open right now, and like if I look at my king collection of skins,
I know
Okay,
they call
I
it
ha-
your back.
yeah, I have a total of 469 skins
Nice.
Oh my god.
Wait,
based from 2014 till now.
I think I have more
Okay.
than you.
You probably do, but here's the thing: not all
Wanna
of
look.
these were bought.
Yeah.
Right? I do get a lot out of like doing the fucking. Well, here's the other thing: I pay $20 for a fucking pass that lets me get more skins, and
Yeah.
I barely get more than the $20 would actually get me in skins, depending. Right?
I'm looking at mine. I have 540 total skins.
That's a
Right,
good-
and-
Where do you see that?
Go to
if
If you go into your collection, click on the little backpack and go to skins, it'll tell you total skins owned.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
no,
how I found out how long I've
you
been
have
playing the
how
game
many,
for.
Tyler? 500?
540.
How do you have 540? I have 219 skins, and I've
Be-
spent too much money on this game that I
Same.
would not even admit it on stream.
Because
Oh,
we've
same.
spent
And you have
Same.
more.
four.
Because
no,
we have
I
spent
mean-
more.
RJ, how
Yeah.
many?
No
is that?
way. No way.
hmm
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. With the new Dawnbringer Yone skin coming out, I'm about to drop $20 on it as soon as it's store. So,
How many
Wait,
skins
RJ,
do you have?
how many skins do you have? I'm curious as a new player.
oh, let me. I
On your
think I
main
have
account, on the
actually a
account you
decent
play on the
amount. Let
most.
me look real quick. Let me log in.
God
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
I know I have a decent amount actually, because I remember the first skin I ever pulled was I pulled Elementalist Lux out of a chest,
Nice.
Oh,
which was actually
Okay.
pretty crazy.
This guy.
Yeah,
that's
no, it was-
that's how I got my Elemental's Lux out of a
OP.
chest.
Same here. There's no way I would freaking buy that skin.
Yeah, no. Why
Yeah.
would I don't understand why people buy all the skins.
That's also how I got Pulsefire Ezreal and what's the Udyr one?
Spirit Guard.
I love
Yes,
how they
Spirit
just
Guard,
give
dude.
it to you now, so you can make your friends jealous, and then they'll
Right?
fucking buy more. Oh my god!
I just want to get the Seraphine one out of a box because I don't want to pay for that.
The only ultimate skin that I actually bought was Gun
Oh, I
misfortune
got that one
because
out of the box too.
I was playing that champion so much
Dude,
because
you were spamming her.
that was the Black Cleaver
Yeah.
Oh.
lethality time,
Yep.
and I spammed her, and that was the first season I think got to gold, and now I just get there and stop playing the game. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
Speaking
as,
of-
Oh,
Oh,
as
go ahead,
a new
Andre.
player, as a new player, I only have 34 skins,
Okay.
which will definitely grow.
But you have
100%.
multiple accounts too, so.
I don't have skins on those.
Okay.
I'll be on the
Fair enough.
main.
y'all want to take a guess for me?
629.
Dom?
350.
Any other guesses?
Oh my god, that's so many.
It's definitely above 500 for sure, but I don't know.
What'd you say, Tyler?
629. 670.
We're going up. So
Oh shit. 725.
729.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
Jesus.
Damn, I was close too. God
Yeah.
damn.
But again, yeah, this is
Ooh.
my main
But you
account.
get a lot of. You have a shit ton of keys, right?
Yeah, but I have no chests. I mean, I
I have a
play.
million fucking chests. I don't get enough keys. 'Cause I don't play this game enough.
Oh yeah, I have like
Oh
7
my
keys.
God.
No, I mean like when there's events and stuff, I grind that shit through, and I play a lot of
Yeah.
games. I just get the tokens or whatever, and I just get skins. I have 35 fucking gemstones. I have no idea what to use them for. There's no
What was
skins I
your
want.
first skin?
French made in Italy.
Ooh. What was my
Nice.
first-
Yeah,
That's a
remember
good
that.
question. What was my first skin? My first skin.
Yeah,
Oh,
we get,
Amethyst Ash. Amethyst Ash. That was a good one.
Mm,
Mine was
mine
the-
was.
Butterfly Kog'Maw for me.
nice.
Yeah.
Let me actually see. Hold on.
This is a good thing to
see
end
here,
on.
my
It's a little fun.
This is a really good thing. Dude, okay, here's the crazy thing. Amethyst Ash acquired January 1st of 2014. So that gives you an
Nice.
idea how long I've been playing this game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine's
'cause-
2010.
let's
Jesus
see.
Christ.
Arclight Varus, and that was June 14th, because that's when I got my computer for my birthday.
Oh, it's right. Yeah,
Yep.
it's right. It's right.
That's right.
Awesome, man.
Nice.
Well, guys, I want to
Yeah.
thank you for spending your time with us today. Hopefully, you guys have fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe you guys learned something. I know I learned a couple things. Hopefully, our listeners enjoyed that. I think this is an interesting episode. Talking with people, just ideas on the game, how they feel about it. We have someone like Dom who's been playing forever. We have someone like RJ who's been playing since the beginning of this season. So that's I think a really cool dichotomy. And I actually enjoy thinking about the differences between when this game first came out and like where we're at now, and how drastically different of a game it is, but also how similar it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So please, thank you everybody who's
Yeah,
here.
thank you.
And thank you to
Yeah,
our
thank you.
listeners who stuck around this far to listen to it. If you guys like this, let us know. Comment on YouTube. You can find me in game. Summer name is Thrillup with 2 L's. You can find me on Twitter at ChaneyCore. You can find us on Instagram. You can DM us on Instagram according to Low Elo. Find us. We're happy to do more of these. This was really fun.
Yeah.
I would like to do something similar again. The more people I think that we don't know, I think it does bring an interesting mystique, right?
Mhm.
So actually, I really enjoy having RJ here because I don't know RJ. I only met RJ about 20 minutes before we started this, just to kind of get a background idea. And dude, you're hella smart. I know you're young, but you're smart. You have a good game sense. Generally, if you have a good enough game sense, you probably have good enough life sense. To be honest with you.
I would hope so.
So no, but seriously, like on a real note, thank you for being here. Hopefully you stick
Yeah, of
around
course.
and continue to listen to us, and hopefully you have some friends that are interested. It would be awesome if your higher Elo friends were interested. Don't pressure them. You don't have to. You don't even have to ask them. But like that would be super cool. I would love
I'll
to talk to
definitely-
someone who
I'll
knows
definitely
what
bring
the
it
fuck
up
they're
then.
doing. That would be awesome.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'll bring it up to him.
Cool.
That would be super awesome. Anybody else have anything they want to say in closing?
Thank you.
Yeah.
For having
Yeah,
me.
dude.
Of course.
I
Absolutely.
definitely would love to give my input again sometime. So yeah, let me know.
Cool.
For sure. And I'm happy to have recurring, if anybody wants to come back on and talk, we do our patch rundowns. Happy to invite people for those as well. We're not opposed to guests. It always brings an extra flavor. So
So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. So if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and sub to this. You can find us on Anchor.fm.
click the bell.
The bell down there, get those notifications. Also, we're on Spotify. That's probably the best place to listen to us.
I did find out recently on Anchor, and you can follow the link on Spotify. You can actually help support us. We want to get a little bit bigger. We do want to start putting out some promoted, whether it's promoted tweets or Instagram posts. There is like a donation area.
No pressure at all.
I'm
though.
not.
We're not asking.
No pressure.
Don't need to do that.
But we're trying to grow our channel. If you would like to help us, that's an excellent way to do it. That's through them, so it's not like you're putting in my PayPal account for me to say fuck off. Like no. That is anything you guys want to donate if you feel inclined to. All is going to go right back into the production here.
Mhm.
I know we're a relatively low scale production. Obviously, we want to get better equipment and we want to reach a larger audience. But like Dean said, no pressure at all. If you feel inclined to do so, follow that Anchor link. I believe it pops up in Spotify. We want to grow, and hopefully you like us and you want us to grow too.
All right, guys, we will be back next episode for probably the next patch, and maybe you'll talk more about Worlds too. So it's getting closer.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.